Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Coventry Oval in Diamond Creek. Today is the 16th of December. It is both the final game of cricket for the year 2017 and the final game before the Christmas break in the 2017-18 season. We are about to witness round 6 of the Barclay Shield between Diamond Creek and Macleod. You are watching Channel 8, the local sports network, in association with our partners, Bizz 99.9 FM Substitute Radio. I am your host and lead commentator and the managing producer of sports production here at Channel 8, Chukka Wilson. And I welcome you to this broadcast. This is Channel 8. Now, before we get to our regular pre-game discussion, we have some very sad news to report. One of the most beloved monuments and icons of this northern Melbourne suburbs area, which is that in Eltham, the Eltham playgrounds burnt down last night. It's an unknown cause, so the police are currently doing the preliminary gathering of evidence. They've asked for if anyone has any information to contact them, and the photos that have been published on social media show that the entire thing has been destroyed. There are no more standing dwellings. None of the facilities are still there. It is all just a smouldering wreck of timber and ash, and it's very black and ugly looking. So it's a very sad day that one of the best playgrounds in the area, one of the best places to hold birthday parties and barbecues, and a very nice place to watch the cricket at, is gone, and it will just be a matter of rebuilding, fundraising, moving forward and trying to take the next step and try to recover from this incident. So that is a very sad way to start this game, but we just wanted to get it out of the way so that we can move ahead to our actual pre-game show. Okay, so there's nothing else more to say because it just happened last night, so we'll just have to keep you updated throughout the future, coming into next year and onwards. The other important thing to just note is that today is day 3 of the 3rd test between Australia and England for the 2017-18 Ashes. Now, England batted first and were bowled out for a score of about 400, and Australia are in, and they are 3 for 200 something, or just short of 200. Steve Smith is just short of a century, and Khawaja made 50. So whatever that is, 170, 180 for free. And play starts this afternoon, and so we will be getting updates throughout the course of today, just like we did previously. So you will expect regular updates through the course of today's broadcast. Well, it looks as though the rainy season has finally passed us. The period of quick, immense humidity, followed by quick, immense rain, followed by quick, immense humidity, seems to have come to an end. So the springtime rainy season, which hits the southern hemisphere of Australia during normally the springtime, has finally gone, and now we are here in the real summer, where the heat goes up into in a more regular pace, so the heat stays up and continues to be hot throughout this period. And also instead of it being a humid heat, it tends to be a dry heat, and also it doesn't tend to rain at all, and it also doesn't tend to get cooler that much during the night. So you expect 35 degree days, 30 degree days, 15 degree nights, 20 degree nights, and then the worst is like 40 degree days and 25 degree nights. So that's what we're expecting for the next 3 months or so as we go through the summer. And to demonstrate that we are definitely into the a dry period of the summer, there has not been any rain at all throughout this entire week. 0 millimeters throughout the course of the last 7 days. And the temperature has been rising. So on Monday it was only 20.7, but then it's picked up into the mid-20s. So 26.4 for Tuesday, 27.6 for Wednesday, and then 23 for Thursday, and then Friday 26. So mid-20s. It's certainly not the blistering, horrendous summer weather we expect to get in January and February, but because it's a dry heat, because the sun is out much more, because there's less wind out, it means that it definitely feels hotter than it actually is. And then of course it gets much worse as the temperature increases much further. So today, Saturday the 16th of December 2017, the Weather Bureau says today is going to be 25 degrees with a 0% chance of rain, and there will be expected a light southerly wind at some point today. So it's likely going to be much like this weather we see right here, continuing on through the rest of the day. So it's going to be very sunny, very warm, not an abominable or a horrendous type of warmth, but quite a formidable one. Just a gentle southerly breeze that just pushes across the ground, which is enough to cool you down but won't affect the game at all. And as you can see in the sky, there's just little patches of gentle white cloud. They haven't formed, come together to form actual clouds. It's more of a misty vapor white, and so it's likely that the sun will remain the dominant force in the sky throughout the course of today. So that is what the weather is. It looks to be absolutely tremendous. We are in for a really good day, I feel. There's nothing to stop this from being a really exciting day. The weather is not going to get in our way, thankfully, and so we should see a full day of cricket here.
If anybody wants to find me, I'll be in the last place you would look. In a place where people used to be, a land that's called reality. You'll find me there. I won't be catching up on Reddit. I won't be watching any news. I'll let the planet spin without me, 'cause everything has been without me sometime. And everyone will be alright if I'm not live by satellite. It's a beautiful day, I'm running away. Don't bother to Facebook message or call me, 'cause I'm living life in airplane mode, and everything is okay. I just wanna play, unplug for the day, and live in the moment. 'Cause I'm living life in airplane mode, yeah. I'm always drowning in the static. I'd rather swim in crystal seas just a while. You won't be hearing about my weather, and you won't see my breakfast pics. For videos of kitty cats all gussied up in pretty hats, you'll have to wait. I hope it's not a tragedy. I hope you don't get mad at me. It's a beautiful day, I'm running away. Don't bother to Facebook message or call me, 'cause I'm living life in airplane mode and everything is okay. I just wanna play, unplug for the day and live in the moment, 'cause I'm living life in airplane mode, yeah. Everything is now, everyone is everywhere, but no one seems to get up from their chairs. I'll come and sit with you, let's talk and have a drink or two. We'll open up the window for some air and hear the voices down the street of children playing on the beach. It's a beautiful day, don't take it away. I just want to play, 'cause I'm living life in airplane mode, yeah. It's a beautiful day, I'm running away. Don't bother to Facebook message or call me, 'cause I'm living life in airplane mode and everything is okay. I just want to play, unplug for the day and live in the moment, 'cause I'm living life in airplane mode, yeah.
Okay, so now this is the first game of the Barclay Shield that we have broadcast here on Channel 8, and so it's worth just going through the situation of this division so that we get a sense of how important this game is. So let's look at the ladder now. So this is round 6, so there have been 5 games. Now there is not an even spread because in one round there were 3 draws, which was of course the rain affected game where compulsory closure didn't apply anymore because too much play had been lost from the rain, and then the team that was trying to force a win didn't have enough time left to actually do it, so it came off with them 2 sharing the points. So, oh, and also there was one game where there was an outright victory, and so that obviously affects the points. So let's have a look at the ladder. Riverside on top of the ladder with 5-0 and 30 points. Then we have Montmorency on 4-1 with 24 points. Now we've got Diamond Creek, who are in 3rd place with 3-1 with that 1 draw, so they are on 21 points. And then we've got Macleod, who are on 2-2 with 1 draw and 1 outright victory, and they are on 19 points. Then we've got some more teams on 2-2, so we've got Bundura 2-2 with the 1 draw, 15 points, and then Rosanna 2-2 with the 1 draw, 15 points, and the separation between Bundura and Rosanna is the percentage. Then we have Epping with 2-3, 12. And then we've got the bottom of the ladder with North Eltham Wanderers 1-3 with the 1 draw, Lower Eltham 1-3 with the 1 draw, and again they're separated through percentage. And then finally at the bottom of the ladder we've got the Old Paradians, who are 0-5, and they have lost outright amongst those 5 losses. They are on 0 points. So as you can see, this game is 3rd versus 4th, and the significant element of this is that there is a 4-point gap between Bundura and Macleod. So Bundura and Rosanna are separated by 4 points from Macleod, So there is a chance that if Diamond Creek were to win this game and Bandura and Rosanna either or both were to win their game, they would leapfrog over Macleod and get into the top 4. So Macleod should realise that they are going to be kicked out of the top 4. It's very likely they will be kicked out of the top 4 if they lose this game. And on the other hand, if Diamond Creek lose this game, it's likely they will be pushed down either to 4th place or lower, because if Macleod win, they will jump up further, and then depending on what Riverside and Montmorency do, they might solidify a top 3 setup, in which case Diamond Creek are pushed down into the the bulking group in the middle, with Bandura and Rosanna and Epping, and then they have to compete amongst that group for that 4th spot. So Diamond Creek should also realise just how important this game is, that their spot in the top 4, in terms of having their spot banked on, solidified and maintained, is dependent on them actually getting a win today. So it's quite serious. It's a very it's not the most important game. They're not, fighting for a spot in the finals, but because this is the final game of the season, final game of the year before the Christmas break, it is important that they get into a position where they can go to that break comfortable with what they are up to, what they're doing, and that they can look forward to the second half of the season come January. And so that's why, and by the time traditionally, by the time the Christmas break comes, that is when you know what type of league you're dealing with, who are the winners and the losers, who is competing to do what and how, and you get a general sense of what is likely going to be happening as we approach semi-final weekend. And so this is the final chance of these teams to just make that final statement before the Christmas break, before everyone goes away, and just say, we are a relevant, serious team, and we are competing for a spot in the top 4. Look at this win that we've just put on in the final hours of sunlight of 2017 cricket. So that is why it's important. But again, this is not make or break. This is certainly not going to change everything depending on what the outcome is. Alright, so that's the state of affairs in the Barclay Shield. Certainly, it's going to be very important to see who wins this week, to see just who is able to claim that 4th spot, because it seems like Riverside and Montmorency are guaranteed to be in their positions in the top 2. So then it's a question of who gets into the 3rd spot and who gets into the 4th spot. Alright, it's time to take a break.
Hey, Ruth, I don't mean to listen in, but these walls are paper thin, you know. Hey, Ruth, I heard the fighting last night. He doesn't treat you right at all. So maybe you don't even know my name. Just open your eyes and I know you would feel the same way. Hey, Ruth, the truth isn't always clear. It's so hard to see when you are near. Hey, Ruth, dry. You're out of your luck, too blind to see. The way that he treats you is a crime. But don't let him hold you back this time. Oh, oh no. I know that you probably can't read my mind, but why is it so hard to just leave him behind now? Hey, 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 Ruth, we all want to leave this high rise and move on to bluer skies, I know. So turn off that TV set and get on your feet again. Remember the times when you were free. Hey, 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 Ruth. Hey, Ruth. Hey, 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 Ruth.
Okay, so let's have a look at the two teams. We have, first of all, Diamond Creek. So let's go through them. The captain, Joshua Adams. Dale Campbell. Michael Hansen. The wicketkeeper, Thomas McLean. Harley Smith. Andrew Taylor. Daniel Taylor. Justen B. Luke Campitelli, Mitchell Elzink, Danyan Kamboris. So that is the Diamond Creek team. Now let's have a look at the Macleod team. We have the captain, Tim Wise, Ryan Boddy, Glenn Rigg, Robert Wise, the wicketkeeper, Jaya Swanger, Liam O'Leary, Sean Lumsden, Daniel Falk, Jaden White, Dylan Brandt, and Jake Chiminello. So that is the Macleod side.
Falling from exhausted trees with no one else but you and me to see. We walked while you talked, and everything you've ever said reflecting in my hollow head at once. Seeds sunk, we grew up like a tree trunk, but your branch and mine, they split climbed apart. But we still share a single heart. If you peel away the bark. The times return, the love we shared, the lessons learned and lost. But slowly we drifted in our own ways. I couldn't say the moment when I looked and saw your branch had bent apart. Sunk, we grew up like a tree trunk. But your branch and mine, they split and climbed apart. But we still share a single heart. If you peel away the bark. Sun, no matter what the two of us become. Ooh, from seed sunk, we grew up like a tree trunk. But your branch and mine, they split and climbed apart. But we still share a single heart. If you peel away the bark. From seed sunk, we grew up like a tree trunk. But your branch and mine, they split and climbed apart. We still share a single heart. If you peel away the bark. We still share a single heart. If you peel away the bark.
Okay, so that's the toss. Everyone's shaking hands. Now we can see what is happening here. There's no indication yet. Okay. There is the Diamond Creek captain running off. Let's just see what he signals. We'll soon see, because the Diamond Creek players are in the nets practicing some batting and bowling, while the Macleod players are in the field. And so if they swap positions, then it's likely that Macleod will bat first. Let's just have a look. And no, Diamond Creek are continuing to bat in the nets, which seems to indicate that they will be batting first. And let's have a look at the Macleod players, and they are still doing fielding practice, which suggests that they will be fielding first. So that's what seems to be likely the outcome. We'll just have to wait. There is about half an hour to go before ball one, so we'll just have to see. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Coventry Oval in Diamond Creek. Today is, of course, December the 16th, 2017. This is the final game of cricket for the annual year of 2017, and it is the final game of cricket before the Christmas break in the 2017-18 season. We are about to watch round 6 of the Barclay Shield, which is the top grade in the Diamond Valley Cricket Association. Round 6 of the Barclay Shield between Diamond Creek and Macleod. This is Channel 8, the local sports network, in association with our partners, Bizz 99.9 at FM, Substitute Radio. I am your host and lead commentator, Chukka Wilson. Thank you very much for joining this broadcast. The umpires have now walked out onto the middle. And they are just inspecting an area on the pitch. As you can see, the two Diamond Creek batsmen are just standing around waiting for the signal of when to come onto the field. We have not seen any signs of the Macleod fielders yet. There is no one who has come out of the... there we go. There we have it. The Macleod players are coming out. There they come with their blue caps. So, as we talked about earlier in the pre-game show, this is third versus fourth, and depending on the results of the other games in this round, it might be very consequential, because a lot of the bulk is with the teams who have won 2 games, lost 2 games, and have had 1 draw. And so, because even though it's an odd number of rounds, it means that there's still an even split. And so this will actually make it an uneven split, because there'll be technically 5 results or 6 results, depending on whether or not there was a draw, whether or not that team experienced a draw in the previous round, in the rain-affected round, sorry. So there you have it. So the consequences obviously are huge, because a team that loses will risk getting pushed down into the middle block of the ladder rather than being near the top. And the team that wins this game might just be able to solidify their spot in third place, which will be of a great advantage, because then they can start preparing their finals campaign. Everyone's getting into position. We're going to start off bowling at the Diamond Creek trail end. Alright, it's time to go to take a break now, and when we come back we've got ball 1. So take a break, and now we've got ball 1. This is Channel 8.
Everything I touch will break. And every day you give and I take. I'm living the best that I can, but fate never followed my plans. I'm holding you back, so I want you to pack up and grow. everything you've done is great. But your back has been feeling exhausted from all of the weight. I'll carry this burden myself. Just put me up high on a shelf. Think of me fondly, but please move beyond me and go. Just waiting for you, but I'm holding you down from the dreams that you found in a life that you left when we met. So please just escape before my resolve goes away, and I ask you to stay. Sunday in July, you're kicking off your sandals as you stare up at the sky. I look at you and fumble for the perfect thing to say, but my nerves get in the way. I've cherished you for ages, but my words were locked in cages, so afraid that you just saw me as a friend. Now I wanna set them free, my fingers clench into the key, but I am frozen once again. Oh, mystery, I'm so afraid of what could be. If a door is closed, should I suppose it's locked? Or should I suck it up and knock? You look at me with patient eyes and flash a little smile. My heart is jumping from my chest and filling up the aisle. I've done the calculations and I've studied all the signs, and I've read between the lines. What if I'm mistaken? What if all of this was taken out of context and I blow it all apart? Would I baffle and confuse you? Would I break it all and lose you at the end before we ever got to start? Oh, mystery, I'm so afraid of what could be. If the door is closed, should I suppose it's locked? Or should I suck it up and knock? So many summers in a time so long ago, we were kids and nothing mattered in the sunshine on the coast. I never would have planned it, but the feeling still expanded into more than just a friend that I adore. Oh, mystery, I'm so afraid of what gotta suck it up and walk. So afraid that you will walk. Before my conscience sake, I have to take a shot. Gonna suck it up and we're barely breathing in the middle of the end, and now we're leaving with nothing to defend. So burn it down, the whole damn town. You've never found a speck of truth. After the flames, when the fire wanes, nothing remains but you. Full of moonshine, callous to the bone. Soon we'll be blind when no one needs a home. So burn it down, the whole damn town. You've never found a speck of truth. After the flames, when the fire wanes, nothing remains but you. And all this baggage, it's hard to drag. It's a burden that follows me wherever I go. It's a heavy load when the only roads, they all lead to the same destination. So burn it down, the whole damn town. You've never found a speck of truth. After the flames, when the fire wanes, nothing remains but you. But you. We're here at the start, where the words fall apart, where language is lost in the wind. The syllables sway in an ancient ballet, the meaningless sounds that we sing. Sleep, baby, sleep. Baby, sleep till the feeling is gone. Sleep, baby, sleep. Baby, everything's new in the dawn. The faces and sounds where the truth goes to drown in the deepest expanse of the sea. Our dreams and our hopes are concealed in codes, and no one would dare hold the key. Sleep, baby, sleep. Baby, sleep till the feeling is is gone.